I like to spread all my minerals basically in the fall. I like to put everything down now, and I like to give it 6 months to get digested into the soil so that it's at least relatively bioavailable by spring. When that's something like soluble like salt, it's not such a big deal. When it's something like limestone or green sand or rock phosphate, it's a bigger deal because those are basically crystalline structured rocks which are not available. The minerals, the potassium in there, the phosphorus in there, the calcium in there is not readily available to the plant. So that was one of the questions, is how do you make your minerals bioavailable? I think for anybody who has a compost pile, one of the best things you can do is you can take your minerals that you need for your garden and you put them into the compost pile when you're building it. You take those rocks and fairly crushed up, right? Not big rocks, but they're basically little rocks, and you put them in that compost pile. That compost pile is a big gut. It's a big gut. It's a reactor vat. It's a fermentation vat. Basically, it's all this bacteria and fungi go through their life cycles, and they are the ones who have the ability to really solubilize and digest these rocks and turn them into a protoplasmic form, a bioavailable form for plants. So one of the best things you can do, I think, is to take your recommendations that your soil needs and get your hand on those minerals and put them into your compost pile while you're building it. Like I said, don't use compost. You could argue that I do what's called sheet composting, which is let the plants fall down and put mulch on the ground, which seems to be what nature does. So I just chuck my minerals out there in the ground and say, figure it out. And things seem to be getting better. So.